What's up guys, DuArktik with another Marvel Strike Force video, and in this video we are going to talk about the economy. The economy has been a hot debate for a while. Do we need more gold? Do we need more training materials? Do we need more power cores? Yes, the answer is always yes. But we are at a point in the game where we are getting a lot more gold and maybe not so much training materials. So I'm going to tell you a few changes that you can make to your daily routine in order for you to get more training materials, because if you don't, you really can't catch up, because the balance right now of gold to training materials is 10x. So that means that for each 10 million gold you spend, you're gonna have around 10,000 of the orange materials. And for me, at least, I was having almost 100 million gold, and training materials I was like at a few thousands. So there was a huge discrepancy between those. So we need to fix that, and I'm going to share with you what you can do as well. So as always, if you like the information on these videos, make sure to share it to your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and make sure to smash that like button like a boss. Okay, let's get started. So how are we getting so much gold? This is a problem that still a lot of people have, is getting more gold. You need to spend gold for leveling up characters, but also equipping the T4s, also the gear of the characters. So it's always something that you need to have a lot. If you are still looking for Dark Dimension 5, Dark Dimension 6 progress, you also need to have a decent amount of gold so you can buy the gear from the store, and that's going to be important because this gear is quite expensive and they can burn you like 1 or 2 million per day just in gold alone for this gear tier 18, which once again will allow you to progress towards Dark Dimension 6, unlocking Super Scroll and a bunch of other rewards as well. Other places where we are getting gold as well is the Cosmic Crucible season, which for now it happens every 3 months. We'll see if it's gonna get lowered or not, but also we are getting a ton of gold from Alliance Wars. And back in the day, like, Alliance Wars used to be one of those game modes that no one really cared about, but because of the changes that they made to the Alliance rewards structure in terms of payout at the end of the match and at the end of the season, now everyone wants to play Alliance Wars. And if you are competitive, if you can reach a high level of Alliance Wars, you can really get a ton of gold. So for example, my alliance right now, we are on rank 20, and that means that per match we're going to get 600,000. But if you take a look at the leaderboards, so every 2 days we're going to get 600,000, and then rank 20 right now is going to give us 15 million gold, and this happens every 2 weeks. So every 2 weeks you're going to get 50 million gold. That's going to be 30 million gold per month. And do we have training materials for all of that? Probably not. On top of that, we also have payday events. We have some alliance events that also give you some extra gold. So this is something that we have been getting a lot, but the training materials, like, I can show you my level of training materials. It's not good. So let's get one character here a little bit lower, Scarlet Spider. You can see that I barely have any orange materials because I spent all of them yesterday, and the other ones, the purples and the blue ones, they're gonna run away quite fast. So how can you get more training materials? The first method, and this is a little bit of a problem, is the arena store. So on the arena store you can get daily 3 times per day, you can get 20 of these purples, and if you buy this every day it starts stacking up quite fast. The problem is that Scopely now, they promise to increase the farmability of the characters, and you can already see that with Star-Lord Annihilation. And depending on your rank in arena, you have to decide if you are going to prioritize the new characters or prioritizing the training materials, because you just don't get enough. You just don't get enough of the arena credits in order for you to buy both of them. On top of that, we also have events that now require you to spend arena credits every now and then, Usually it's 1,000 of those. So you need to make sure that you at least have 10,000 or 15,000 of your arena credits in order to participate on those events. On top of that, we also have the arena orb that gives you a bunch of training materials. It costs less than the other because you can get the training materials and character shards at the same time. The problem is that it has a lot of RNG, and the drop rates for the new characters is very, very low. So you can see that you have 10% chance of getting the new character, and I opened a bunch of them and the drop rate was nowhere near 10%. I opened, like, it was around 3%. Yes, 3%. I opened 3 stacks of 10 in order for getting one single drop of the newest character. So the drop rates of these training materials are absolutely busted, and this is why I don't recommend. And once again, it's gonna create problems with your farmability of the new characters. Okay, so beyond that, what's the other best way to farm training materials right now? It's going to be on the nodes. There are a few nodes in the game, in different campaigns, that will allow you to get more training materials. And in the past, I would strongly recommend for you to obtain gold with these nodes, but it's no longer the case. So if you go to the new campaigns, if you are already done with the difficulty, the hardest difficulty of Nexus campaign, we also have villains and heroes campaigns. On hard difficulty, there are certain nodes that have character shards on them that you can also get training materials. So you have to look for them. So for example, this one, Titania gives gold. Now we have Union Jack. Okay, Union Jack gives training materials. So you have to go through all of these and see which ones are going to give you gold and which ones are giving you training materials. So Absorbing Man, for example, is giving you training materials. The gold orb right now, I would say that the gold orb is very, very nerfed, because the amount of gold we get throughout the different events and throughout the day and so on, the gold orbs, they don't compare to the amount of gold we get through the events. So there is no reason right now for you to farm these gold orbs, and this is why you have to change your mindset, and instead of farming the gold orbs, you need to start farming the training orbs. First off, because you don't train characters every day, and gold, you have to spend gold every day. But once again, you are getting 10 times more gold than you are getting training materials, so you really need to focus on the training materials rather than the gold orbs. Okay, so this is all you can find on the Nexus campaign. Then you have to go to the villains campaign, and here we have Bashenga. No, it doesn't give anything. Okay, She-Hulk gives training materials. Nice, let's keep that in mind. Now we have V-Vision. No. We have Nico Minoru. Okay, so Nico Minoru gives training materials, and we have to go through all of these nodes and see the character shards, where they drop, and which characters give the training materials. So once again, Dagger also gives training materials, and that's it. So you are going to take note of all of these characters, or you can follow my lead, and then you want to go to your roster. You want to go to all of the characters available, of course, and then you want to do something which is very convenient, which is to tag with the battle favorite. You can see here, you have the art on the left side. No, you want to get the battle favorite on the right side, and this will allow you to create a list of characters that you can use to have a specific filter for them. So we are going to activate that battle favorites, and you can see that all those characters that we were talking about, they are already on this list, and this will allow you to farm the training materials super fast. So once again, look at this, it's so fast. You go to your roster, then you press on battle favorites, and there we go. You have all the characters that allow you to farm gold or that allow you to farm training materials. Now, because we have way too many characters here, and because gold no longer matters, we are going to remove all the characters that give gold. So Dark Beast, if you already have him at 70 all-stars, well, goodbye for you. Then we have Dagger. Dagger, saw that she gives training materials. Then we have Titania. Titania, she gives gold, so we are going to remove her as well. Then we have Absorbing Man, Nico Minoru, which is down, and we have Echo. I think Echo gives gold, so yeah, we're going to send Echo to the Shadow Realm as well. Then we have Agent Venom, or Anti-Venom. This guy is Anti-Venom, also gives gold, so we're going to remove him. And Morbius, he also gives gold, so this is another character that we are going to remove. And this is once again because we already have so many sources of gold, and because the amount of gold we get from the gold orbs is so small, is so meaningless, that you are just better off farming the training materials rather than the gold. So as you can see right now, we have 5 characters where you can get training materials daily. All of these characters, farming them costs 120 energy. So just with your daily rotation energy, you're going to be able to farm all these 5 nodes, and that will allow you to get a ton of training materials daily. So each of them, we can see right now how much this gives. So I think it gives 400. Yeah, 400. So each day you are going to have 1 additional training material, and believe me, at the end of the month, all these training materials that you are farming is going to make a huge influx on your training materials economy, and once again it's going to balance out the amount of gold you have for the training materials you have as well, because once again you don't need to gear up all the characters, but you want to make sure that the most meta characters are very close to max out. On the second line of the battle favorites, you should put characters that you are farming ISO 8. So for example, now I'm farming ISO 8 blue for Cyclops, so I have 1 blaster to farm the ISO 8. Then you can choose other characters to farm, or green ISO 8 or blue ISO 8, depending on what you need right now. So I have Ravager's Teacher, I have this guy as well to farm Brawler ISO 8, and we have this guy to farm Protector ISO 8. So depending if you need ISO 8 blue or ISO 8 green, you're gonna have some minions, or you're gonna have some okay characters in order for you to just pin and make sure that they're available, so you have fast access in order to you to farm. Okay guys, so that's gonna be the video. Right now this is the best way that we can farm training materials. Of course, if you decide to buy the battle passes and the strike passes, they also have more gold now, and the strike pass specifically, he also has a bunch of training materials. Something that people are not talking about is that the timer for the strike pass was increased from 14 days to 20 days. So instead of having to buy 2 of these every month, you only have to buy 2 or 3 of them every 2 months, which is a little bit on the lowering the cost of what you have to spend in Marvel Strike Force if you so decide to spend. If you don't have to, well, just follow this guide and you're gonna be able to farm more training materials. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you smash that like button, and if you found the video helpful, make sure you share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you are new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and I'll catch you guys later.